The 13th century dawned in chaos. The Islamic world, once a beacon of knowledge and power, reeled under relentless assaults. From the east, a tempest of Mongol horsemen swept across the land, leaving a trail of shattered empires in their wake. Baghdad, the jewel of the Abbasid Caliphate, lay in ruins, its streets echoing with the souls of scholars and poets. In the west, Crusader knights, fueled by religious fervour, carved out their own kingdoms, their fortresses casting long shadows over the Holy Land. The very existence of Islam seemed to hang in the balance. Yet from the ashes of this struggle, a figure of extraordinary destiny would emerge. A slave who defied his fate to become a sultan. A warrior who would rally a shattered civilization and rewrite the map of the Middle East. His name was Baybars, and this is his story. This era of upheaval forged the destiny of Baybars. It was a time of iron and fire, where survival often hung by a thread. The Islamic world yearned for a champion, a leader who could stem the tide of invaders and restore glory to a beleaguered people. Little did they know that their saviour was already among them, enduring the shackles of slavery, but destined for greatness. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, expanded rapidly, creating one of the largest empires in history. Meanwhile, the Crusader states, established by European knights, sought to maintain their foothold in the Holy Land amidst constant conflict. The Seljuk Turks, ruling the Sultanate of Rum, also played a crucial role, often clashing with both Crusaders and Mongols. In Egypt, the Mamluk Sultanate emerged as a formidable power, with its elite slave soldiers poised to defend the Islamic world. The geopolitical landscape was a complex web of alliances and enmities, with trade routes and diplomatic ties influencing the course of history. Amidst this turbulent backdrop, Baybars would rise, navigating the intricate politics and brutal warfare to leave an indelible mark on history. Baybars' tale began in the vast expanse of the Kipchak Steppe, a realm of endless sky and windswept plains stretching across Central Asia. Born into the Kipchak Turkic tribe, young Baybars, with his piercing gaze and fierce spirit, seemed destined for a life on horseback. His family, like many others, lived a nomadic life, moving with the seasons and herding livestock. The steppe was not just a home, but a cultural cradle, where traditions and rituals were passed down through generations. He was just a boy when the Mongol cataclysm engulfed his world. Hordes, led by the grandson of Genghis Khan, the ruthless Hulagu, swept across the steppe, shattering the Kipchak tribes. Baybars found himself among the countless captives herded like cattle across the desolate plains. Fate, it seemed, had dealt him a cruel hand. Sold into slavery in Damascus, he was purchased by a Mamluk officer. This twist of fortune, however, would prove to be the turning point in his life. The Mamluks, slave soldiers, were a formidable force. Ripped from their homes as boys, they were forged into elite warriors, masters of the sword, the bow, and the art of war. They served the Ayyubid Sultanate, ruling Egypt and Syria. For Baybars, entry into this brotherhood offered a path to redemption, a chance to turn captivity into conquest. He embraced the rigorous training with unwavering determination, his natural talent blossoming under the tutelage of seasoned Mamluk officers. Within the ranks of the Mamluks, Baybars' ascent was nothing short of meteoric. His courage and skill in battle quickly marked him as a warrior of exceptional ability. He caught the eye of Sultan as Salih Ayyub, the ruler of Egypt, who recognized the young man's potential. Baybars rose to command the Bari Mamluks, an elite unit renowned for their ferocity. His loyalty and leadership during a tumultuous period in Ayyubid politics further solidified his reputation. The Sultanate was crumbling from within, plagued by rivalries and intrigue. When Salih Ayyub died, leaving a power vacuum, Baybars found himself at the heart of the storm. The fate of Egypt, and indeed the entire Islamic world, hung precariously in the balance. Baybars, however, was not content with simply being a pawn in someone else's game. He had tasted power, and its allure was intoxicating. The death of Salih Ayyub presented an opportunity, a chance to seize control and shape destiny according to his own vision. But first, He had to contend with rivals within the Mamluk ranks and face the existential threat posed by the Mongol hordes bearing down on the Islamic world. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of empires. The political landscape was a complex web of alliances and enmities, with each faction vying for supremacy. The shadow of the eagle symbolized the looming presence of power struggles and the ever-present threat of domination. In 1260, a pivotal battle unfolded, forever changing history. The Mongol Empire, seemingly invincible, targeted Egypt, the last Islamic stronghold. Led by Kitbuka, they aimed to crush the Mamluk Sultanate. Baybars, a seasoned commander, knew the stakes. This was a fight for survival. He rallied his Mamluks to defend Islam. The armies met at Jalut, a strategically vital location. Baybars employed clever tactics, including feigned retreats. Mongol cavalry thundered across the battlefield. Mamluk archers decimated the Mongol ranks. Baybars led devastating charges, breaking the Mongol lines. By nightfall, the Mongol army was shattered. Jalut was a resounding Mamluk victory, sending shockwaves throughout the Islamic world. The victory at Jalut transformed Baybars into the savior of Islam. His path to power was paved with ruthlessness and cunning. Baybars orchestrated a coup, assassinating Qutuz and claiming the throne. In 1260, he was proclaimed Sultan al-Malik al-Zahir, marking the Bahri Mamluk dynasty. He repelled the Mongols and restored stability to the Sultanate. Baybars envisioned a revitalized Islamic empire, a beacon of cultural achievement. With the Mongol threat contained, Baybars turned his attention to the Crusader states clinging precariously to the Levantine coast. He saw these Christian enclaves as a festering wound on the body of Islam, a constant reminder of Western encroachment. Moreover, he recognized their strategic importance, controlling vital trade routes and posing a potential threat to his realm. Baybars embarked on a series of campaigns that would earn him the moniker Lion of the Levant. His military genius was on full display as he skillfully combined Mamluk might with cunning strategy. He understood the importance of logistics and siege warfare, ensuring his armies were well supplied and equipped to breach the formidable defences of Crusader castles. One by one, Crusader strongholds fell to Baybars' relentless assaults. In 1265, he captured Caesarea and Arsuf, followed by the strategic port city of Jaffa. The fall of Antioch in 1268 sent shockwaves through Christendom. This ancient city, once a centre of early Christianity, was sacked, its inhabitants either fleeing or put to the sword. Baybars' most celebrated victory came in 1271 with the capture of Crac-des-Chevaliers, considered one of the most impregnable Crusader castles. Its fall after a month-long siege marked the beginning of the end for Crusader ambitions in the Holy Land. Baybars' campaigns were characterized by meticulous planning and execution. He often employed psychological warfare, spreading fear among his enemies before even engaging in battle. His use of espionage and intelligence gathering allowed him to outmaneuver his foes. Baybars also innovated in siege tactics, using advanced siege engines and mining techniques to undermine castle walls. His ability to adapt to different combat situations made him a formidable opponent. Baybars' strategic acumen ensured that his victories were not just military triumphs, but also political and economic gains for his realm. Baybars' ambitions extended far beyond the battlefield. He saw himself not merely as a conqueror, but as a restorer of Islamic glory, a patron of the faith. His reign witnessed a revival of Islamic scholarship and culture, with mosques, madrasas and libraries constructed throughout his realm. He understood the importance of projecting an image of piety and justice, seeking to legitimize his rule and unite the Muslim world under his banner. One of his most significant achievements was the restoration of the Abbasid Caliphate, albeit in a diminished form. The Abbasid Caliph, once the spiritual leader of the Islamic world, had been reduced to a figurehead after the Mongol sack of Baghdad. Baybars, recognizing the symbolic power of the Caliphate, invited a surviving Abbasid prince to Cairo and installed him as caliph. While the caliph wielded little real power, His presence in Cairo enhanced Baybars' prestige and provided him with religious legitimacy. Baybars' reign also saw significant infrastructure projects, including the construction of canals, hospitals and postal roads, aimed at improving the lives of his subjects and bolstering the economy. He reformed the Mamluk army, strengthening its institutions and ensuring its continued dominance. Baybars' cultural reforms had a lasting impact, fostering an environment where scholars thrived and knowledge flourished. His patronage of the arts led to a renaissance in Islamic art and architecture, leaving a legacy that would influence the region for centuries. Baybars ruled for 17 years, marked by constant activity and remarkable achievements. He died in 1277, likely from poisoned kumis. His death was mourned throughout the Islamic world. He left behind a more powerful and prosperous realm. The Mongol threat was contained and the Crusader states pushed to the brink. Baybars' legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a ruthless pragmatist and a shrewd administrator. He balanced military power with cultural and economic development. His reign marked the beginning of a golden age for the Mamluk Sultanate. Baybars is remembered as a brilliant military tactician and a devout Muslim. His story is a testament to overcoming adversity and achieving greatness. The long-term effects of his reign are still felt in the region today, shaping its history and culture. The empire Baybars forged left an indelible mark on history. His reign was a testament to resilience, strategic brilliance, and the transformative power of leadership. Baybars' legacy influenced subsequent generations, inspiring leaders and shaping the course of Middle Eastern history. His military and administrative reforms strengthened the Mamluk Sultanate, leaving a lasting impact on the region's governance and culture. Baybars' story serves as a reminder of how one individual's vision and determination can alter the trajectory of history. His empire's echoes continue to resonate, offering insights into the forces that have shaped our world and continue to influence it today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more epic historical journeys.